Remember, knowledge is not free. You have to pay attention.
Welcome to Past the Wire TV, your #1 source for horse racing news and interviews, handicapping analysis, betting insights, and more. Past the Wire TV covers the biggest races at the best tracks.
Garnet and Luis Saez to win the Belmont Stakes at Saratoga.
The Grey Wizard is absolutely flying. Champagne won. The Grey Wizard. Oh, it's very close. Leave it to the judge.
Like, share, and subscribe to Past the Wire TV. Nobody does it better.
They're off at Saratoga.
You're watching Saratoga Saturday. Exclusive coverage every Saturday of the meet. Only on Past the Wire TV. Tracking trips from Past the Wire and the Pick Six King, John Stetton. As your handicapping partner, John is your second set of eyes on the past performances, replays, numbers, trips, and more, helping you find the angles and plays others miss. Each week you get expert analysis, smarter ways to press your opinions, and the keys to cashing bigger tickets. Tracking trips from Past the Wire. Give yourself an edge and partner with a pro. Get a second set of trained, experienced eyes. Join today. Membership has its benefits. You're watching Past the Wire TV.
Well, welcome everyone. Sorry I missed everyone last week. I had computer issues, so I got everything up and running again today. And we're going to be heading off to Del Mar. Before last week, we had 4 straight weeks of hitting 4 out of 5 on the Pick 5. That's not going to get it. We got to get all 5, right? Excuse me. But today we're going to try to do that, and we're going to try to hit Pick 5 there. Like always, I'm going to try to keep that ticket to $200 or less, and we're going to go and tackle that. So at Del Mar on Saturday, yeah, the big race is in Saratoga and the Travers. I personally like Sierra Leone. I think it's a very good race. If you want to, my exacta would be, if I'm going to play exacta, it'd be 2-4, possibly 2 with the 1. But I think the 2, Sierra Leone is the winner there. Before also we get started, if you like our show or John's show, Gio's show, anything like that, or even all the other little clips that we have, please hit the subscribe button right down below. There's a little bell there which will alert you with all the new shows that are coming out every day or every week. And we would appreciate that. And right before I get started also, remember, if you have any questions, please shoot me an email. If it's about trainers, questions about training, owning, claiming horses, or going to the big sale. Like I got a book here. I got the sales here in Kentucky, the Keeneland sale. If you need help with that, buying horses or questions, how to look at them, all that stuff, shoot me an email. We'll take care of that. All right, so now we'll hit into Saturday at Del Mar. And the first race we're going to do, because the main race is in the 9th race, and so we're going to hit that 8th race beforehand, and we'll get started. It's allowance race, 5 furlongs on the turf, so we got some quick ones there. And with that being said, let's start with the number 1 horse. All right. Pushing this. Look at this horse. Tons of speed out front. Last time went wire to wire, 7 furlongs. They're cutting back today, of course. I do like that kind of angle a little bit. Stables Rapoli. McCarthy is the trainer. Umberto is the rider. He's been riding this horse the last 4 times, and he's done very well with this horse. I can't have any. I have no complaints there. the horse is going back on Lasix. Does good without. Does good with it. I don't think that's going to change much. The Raceland's angle there. Horse for the course. Success is a 5.2. That's its angle right there for this race. And to me, you look at this horse, his early pace is a 96, almost 97. Middle is 94, and late pace is 90. So it gets a little tired there at the end. But remember, look what he's been doing the last couple of times, or she's been doing, excuse me. She's been going 7 furlongs, 6 or 7 furlongs. Now when she cuts back to 5 and 5.5, no problem. So that's why I think this race. Is she a contender for first? Oh, definitely. She's a major player here. I like her a lot personally. She is the early speed. She's going to be probably most likely the favorite. Right now they have her at 2-1. I do think that's going to go down to at least even money. But, I mean, that's the way it is sometimes. A winner is a winner. 2, Ragtime Rose. This horse, last couple times, has not shown much at all. Needs to wake up big time. Yes, they are shortening the distance, but I don't know if that's the help. It seems like she does a little bit better when she goes a little longer, but I don't know. I think she needs to wake up a lot. And this is her second time with Lasix. Can't hurt. That's a good angle. Jeff Mullins knows what he's doing. No angle from the race lens on this. The horse on the turf is in the money 3 out of 7 times. So turf's not really probably the problem. It's probably just the level of racing. It might need it easier, but if he's going to try to keep up with these type of horses, needs to improve tremendously. The 3. This horse has got some speed also. Look at this. This horse, of course, we're in a 5 furlong, so we're going to see a lot of speed, honestly. But this horse has got some good speed. Pete Miller, trainer, always a scary trainer, especially at Del Mar. You always got to look out for that. Pete Miller at Del Mar, you got to watch out for. And, you know, he trains off-site most of the time at St. Louis Ray Downs. But St. Louis Ray Downs is, I'm going to guess right now, it's approximately about an hour away from Del Mar, give or take a little bit. So he's been bringing these horses in to train at Del Mar. So he's going to get the most out of his horse. Can this horse do some damage here? Probably could. Does this horse have a shot to win? Personally, in my opinion, I don't think so. I think this horse is more on the exotics, the bottom end side. But don't throw this horse out 100%. Use it in tries and stuff like that. I think this horse has got some shots for tries. And like I said, don't ever leave out Pete Miller. He's 17% in the last 30. So definitely there. And let's look at the race lens angle here. We got 4 of them here. Beaten favorite, which is a good thing. And his jockey switch. And then you got a vet scratch in his last race. So last time out that he entered in a race, he got a vet scratch. Now that could mean a million different things. So don't read too much into that. Sometimes they get a fever the morning of or whatever. Sometimes they kick their stall and they'll have a little cut on their leg. Or there's a million reasons. So don't look too much into that. Early speed, then tired success is only a 3-point or something. And then the last one was vet scratch from the last race. It's done twice. Okay. So I wouldn't read into that too much. Does the horse have a shot? I think more on the exotics, but definitely worth looking at. The 4, make it snow in California. It's never going to happen unless you're in the mountains. Last 2 times, look at this horse. Pretty much ran even last 2 times, 3 lengths, 4 lengths out, and then, 6, 2, 3 lengths out. It just hasn't shown much the last couple of times. Before that, it was running very, very good in maidens. Then it popped its maiden, and ever since then, kind of like it met its match when it's meeting winners now. Remember, this horse had a lot of maiden races. So he might be a horse that, or she might be a horse that likes to be the bridesmaid a little bit. So I wouldn't put too much value into that. For me, I got to see a lot more from this horse. A horse that's always like, it's scared to pass horses. So for me, it's not for my money. And negative is the second start after a layoff, out of the money, which was that sixth place, 3 lengths back. So for me, I'm going to pass. It's not for me. The 5, Just Nails. Not a bad horse. This horse has a lot of talent. Look at this. Hangs right there real close. A really nice pace horse. Last 3 times finished second. Can't get that nose up there. It's been the bridesmaid a little bit. But the horse does have some speed, has some talent. Can handle this group, I think, at least be right there. Can this horse win? I think so. It could, yes. Definitely a major player here. Doug O'Neill, definitely one of the top trainers down at Del Mar. You have Angles here, beaten favorite last time's jockey switch. It's a good angle. Look at this horse. It's on turf is 5 out of 8 in the money. Likes the turf. So player, yes, could be a major player. I would keep an eye on this horse. Watch the tote. Right now it's 3-1. If you get 3-1 or higher, you got to definitely consider this horse. And if it gets to 2-1, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth the chance. I would go lean towards the 1 a little bit more. You look at the pace. Early pace is 90, 87, and then 97. So this horse could take breathers and knows how to rate itself. So this horse is definitely a player. The 6, Party On Girl. Last 2 times, did pretty good. Finished second both times. Another horse that looks like has some talent, ready to knock on, has been knocking on the door. Phil D'Amato. Everybody knows about Phil D'Amato, especially in Southern California. This horse is not close to being a front runner at all, 75. The middle pace starts picking it up at 82. And look at the light pace is a 97. So this horse is going to be coming from behind. Maybe sits a little closer than a major come from behind her. So this one probably sitting like 4th or 5th. Really tight. Remember, this is a speed race, so you can't get too far out of it either. So I think she has that kind of enough talent to stay close enough to make one big punch at the end. 5 furlongs. Is it too short? It might be. This is where I have the question on this horse. 5.5, she didn't quite get it done. So as 5 is too short in my opinion. But a horse that has some talent, a player in this race, I definitely would put it in some exactas and trifectas. But I don't know about the win column. Oh, and we got an angle here. Let's see what the angle was. Horse lost last race, positive jockey change. Oh, it goes to lower percentage jockey to a higher percentage. It's okay. I think Russell is just fine. He's a fine rider. The 7, Miss Brightside. Another one here is kind of a question. This horse was in Europe and won there. And since it's been in the United States, she's done okay. She's holding her own. She's running decent. She is a 3-year-old, so let's give her a little time. Phil D'Amato trains her. Then remember, this is his other horse. And Antonio is an excellent rider. He's hot right now. 15% in the wins, 15%, wins. And you know what? Something about this horse I kind of like a little bit. I think it's starting to come into form. The last couple of races has been improving on especially times and everything. So, is it too short? Maybe. Might be too short. But this horse does have talent. So I think this horse is more for exactas and trifecta bets. But I would not throw this horse out just because, A, it's 12-1. That's not bad either. So, and if you look at this horse, it says 93, 96, and an 80 coming down late. So that's the last 3 times. Remember running 1 mile, and then came back at 6 furlongs. I think that 6 furlong one was actually pretty good, even though it got beat by 4.5. The time of the race was really nice fractions, 22, 44, 57. So this horse has got some talent. So don't throw it out the window, okay? The 8, Irresistible Force. Another one that has a little bit of speed. Remember, we're in a sprint. It has some speed. Last couple of times has not done much. Kind of gave in both times. Let's see what the angles are saying. Vet scratch last time, like they entered this horse in a race. Once again, a million things could go into that when they're a vet scratch. They're taking the blinkers off today. So they're trying to tell me, now, don't know all the reasons, but majority of the time when they take blinkers off, they're trying to get the horse to relax. And maybe this horse has been too uptight and too intense. And she's just using it all in the beginning, or maybe even before the race even starts, she might be a nervous type. I don't know. But if you can take the blinkers off, usually they get a little bit more relaxed. Her early pace is 91. We could see that. She 85, we could see that. And then at the end, 74, we could definitely see how she finishes. It's not super strong. So, contender, definitely not for the win and place. I don't think so. At best, for me, is the 3rd at best. So, for me, but I'm tossing this horse. I'm not going to be playing this horse at all. And the 9, we got another horse that has decent speed, but more on the pressure side. Could sit there 2nd or 3rd. Moving up in class here, claiming race just got claimed from Steve Knapp. Horse was doing good. Steve Knapp got some good runs out of this horse. He claimed it for 20, and he got 1, 2, 3 seconds, a 3rd, and a win. And even a 4th. That's all money. That's all money. So they dropped the horse in the 32. Steve Knapp keeps his horses about where they belong. So for me, I'm reading into this. Maybe this might be too much of a step up for this horse. Horse does have talent, but more on the lower side of talent when it comes to claiming and low claiming. Maybe low allowance races, not low claiming, high claiming, low allowance. The horse does have that kind of talent, but other than that, I don't see this horse in this race. Jim Mime, okay, this horse, another one with some speed, of course. We're in 5 furlongs. Blinkers off. What's that mean? They're trying to make her relax. Baltus is the trainer, good trainer. The horse in the last couple of times has been okay right there, been given away, weakened at the last, at the end. That was going 5 furlongs, weakened at the end of 5 furlongs. Yeah, they better do something to change this, So they're taking the blinkers off, makes her a little bit more dangerous than normal. But for me, I think she's at best a 3rd. I'm going to leave her out. 2nd start after a layoff, out of the money. That's the 5th place. I'm just not going to put her in any exotics or anything like that for me. That's how I'm going to play this. Okay, and finally the 11. Okay, John Sheriff. First, I'm going to just start with him. Excellent trainer, doesn't he? his numbers, his percentages right now doesn't show what type of trainer he really is. He's an excellent trainer. This horse is, look at the early pace, early 83. So coming from behind, an 83 and then 94. The problem is for me, it might be too short. 6 furlongs looks pretty right about this for this horse, or longer. You look at the bloodlines, Cathros with a Galileo mare should say distance on turf. This horse does well on turf. Talent, definitely. Would I like to own this horse? Probably I would like to own this horse, but I'd be taking this horse the mile and 16th on turf personally. That's what I'd be doing with this horse. So for me in this race, I'm going to leave it out. If she beats me, then I'm going to let her beat me because I don't think this is the right conditions for her. I'm not saying she cannot handle this class. It's not the right conditions, which means to me right now is the distance. All right. And that is it with the 8th race. Okay. So, and now we're going to go and see what Raceland's, their own projected, how they see the pace coming up in that 8th race, which should be pretty hot, of course, as we know, because it's 5 furlongs, and here it is. The 8th race, this is how they see it. Starting off with the 1, 7, 8, 10, and you could even throw the 2 and the 5 in there, right there, real super close. You look at their numbers, a 96, 93, 91, and a 96. And the 2 and the 5 are at 90s, okay? Hot pace up front, super hot. But the 1 doesn't, in my opinion, doesn't have to have that lead. I think the 1 could sit 2nd or 3rd. I think he could let... Personally, I think the 10 and the 7 are going to go out in front personally. That's how I see it. When they said middle of the race, they're seeing it, 10, 7, 7, 10, 1, then the 2, which I can see the 2 being really close also. And then at the end of the race, they're saying a 60% chance of that 1 winning. The 5, a 25% chance of finishing 2nd. The 6, 4%. And then you got the 10, a 2, and 9, a 2. I kind of see it almost as the top 3. I definitely see it like that. I see it 1, 5, 6. Here's your odds over here. Remember, once again, like I said to you in the past, this is a great tool to when it's live. You're watching the races, or if you're at the track, you can have it on your phone. You can look at this tool. Same thing. It will adjust constantly through here, your true show odds. They're saying it should be 1 to 2, 2 to 1. I think we might get lucky and might get even money. We might. I guess that's more me praying for it, I guess. But I think there's a couple other horses in here that could win this race, like the 5 and the 6. I mean, the 5 is 3 to 1. The 6 is 5 to 1. I mean, I think they have a good shot. And you know what? I really wouldn't be super shocked if the 7 even won. But I do think the 1 is the horse to beat in this race. That's my opinion. So that's how I see that. Okay. So next is the big race, the Pat O Brien at Del Mar. I remember back in the days, going there and watching Pat O Brien, you could see all the best sprinters all the time. And this one's got some decent sprinters in there. No slouches, like always. But it's usually, this race is definitely for some of your top sprinters in the country to go at and race. And I think we're going to see that again. At least you have a couple of horses in here that definitely have the talent to show off. Okay, this is 7 furlongs. And here we go. Sorry about that. We're going to start off with the 1, the Moose Mitchell. You look at this horse the last couple times. Last time out, ran even, third all the way around, kept the same lengths. Trainer gets plus 28% ROI, very good. This horse has 78 early pace, middle pace 89, 104 late, so this is a come from behind her pretty much overall. This horse probably is a closer than a far behind. I think this horse will sit right around the fifth or sixth spot, fourth or fifth spot, excuse me. I think this horse could do that. 20-1, gotta like the odds, but I think I'm going to look elsewhere for some kind of damage to be done. The 2, see through it. The 7-year-old Gelding here last time ran pretty even overall. Finished by fourth and fourth, 4 lengths back. But the time before that, and a little stakes race, I mean, won by 8, won by a neck, and the time before that. So, I mean, I'm really kind of intrigued by this horse a little bit, because this horse went wide, chased wide, moved out, so the horse had a little bit of a problem last time. 6 furlongs. Can this horse have a good turn of foot? Yeah, you look at these numbers. Look at this early pace, 85, 94, a 122 late. So this horse has got a really good late turn of foot. Can this horse win this race? Well, if you look at those numbers, yeah, in some theories, yes, you could say that. But for me, I would put it more on the exotics, like for Trifecta, Super. I wouldn't. I don't think the top 2 spots is for me. But the horse does have a great late turn of foot, and there's no angle here. Happy Jack. The horse last time. Another one that ran pretty even last time. Time before that went wire to wire. So what kind of horse is this horse? I personally think it's more of a pace horse. This horse would be sitting around 3rd or so. Doug O'Neill, one of the top trainers there, plus 29% ROI. And let's see the racing angle. Second start after a layoff, out of the money. That's that 6th place there. Let's look at how this pace, early and middle, late paces, 76, 86, 117. Another one that could kick it in at the end. Talent, yes. Talent enough to win this race? Maybe. But I would say at best, in my opinion, would be place. I would be more like on the show for trifectas, personally. Okay, the 4. Now we're getting to a little bit of some speed here. Remember, they're going 7 furlongs, not 5, not 6. 7 is a tough race. 7 and a mile, 7 furlongs and a mile is the 2 toughest races between those 2 distances. Is the 2 toughest races a horse could do. Is it a sprint or is it a route? 7 furlongs is definitely a sprint, but is a mile a sprint or a route? Well, it depends who's in it and how fast they're going and all that stuff. It could turn into a sprint, let me tell you. This horse has definitely got the early speed, so he's definitely one of the front runners. 22 and 44s, looks like it's always there. Look at the numbers here, 108, 109, 109. So this horse pretty much runs the same throughout the race. So I would definitely have an eye out on this horse. Does this horse have a shot? In my opinion, definitely yes, does have a shot. Won last race as a favorite. Yeah, even money. That's a negative. He was loose on the lead, so that means no one was challenging him. So we have to take that with a grain of salt. Antonio is the rider. You got to love that part about it. Hot Jock on top stays with this horse. Player, yes, definitely. But for me, not the top spot, though. Big City Lights, the 5. This horse, another one that ran even last time. Look at this. We're going to have a lot of those, huh? at 7 furlongs, Richard Mandela, what can we say? Definitely a major player when it comes to being a trainer out there in Southern California. This horse has got some serious talent. This horse is always right there knocking on the door all the time. But look who this horse always loses to. The Chosen Vron. The Chosen Vron. Chosen Vron. Every time. There's his enemy. So this horse is early, I would say more of a pace horse. Another one that could sit third. Is this a major player? Yes. For win? Yes. I definitely think it's one of the top horses for the win spot. Yes. Well, look who's here. Look who's here. The Chosen Vron. Has won, 3, 4, 5, 6 races in a row. Look at that. Done everything that they want. The horses sits second, kicks it in. Sits third, kicks it in. So does this horse have to have the lead? No, definitely not. Look at the early pace, 90, 100, and 133. The horse just keeps on getting faster and faster and faster. I would like to see them try to take this horse a mile. I wonder what this horse could do at a mile. I really would like to know. I mean, I watched some of the videos. I don't think this horse is getting tired down the lane. This horse is not really getting tired. So if this horse can learn, it looks like it could rate a little bit. Might be a dangerous horse at a mile. Horse for course. Success is 5.2. Last time this horse was a favorite, but it's been favored all 6 times in a row. When this horse is lost, he lost in the Breeders' Cup Sprint. Finished 5th. I'm just saying, maybe I would like to see them try a mile before the Breeders' Cup. But for me, this is definitely the horse to beat in this race. You've got to be scared of this horse. 3 to 5. We'll be extremely lucky if we get 3 to 5. That'd be too. It'd be very lucky to get that. It's going to be below that. But it is the horse to beat. Until you beat him, the horse is the winner and the champ for this distance. Until someone beats him. So, right now, that's my play. The 7. Here's an interesting horse. Last time out, ran 1.25 miles. Finished third. I think it was 1.8 miles. Mile and eighth. You look back on this horse all the time. It's always going longer. Now they're shortening this horse up a lot. Back to 7 furlong. Joseph Talamo is aboard. Horse has been away since March. So I think that's the number one negative to this horse. Been away a little too long to come and meet the Chosen Vron. And there's a couple others. Like I said, the 5 horse. There's a couple of horses in here that have talent, major talent. And you're going up against them. But you look at this work tab, August 16th, August 8th, July 31st. I'm not looking at the times. Once again, I've said this in the past. I don't look at the times. I look at the spacing of the works. 6, 7, 8 days apart all the time and constantly. That just says that they're in shape. Sometimes they have to wait an extra day to get out of the mud and stuff like that. But it's just perfect. So does this horse have a lot of talent to win? Yes. At 7 furlongs, there's my big question. And then my next big question since March. So, in my opinion, two check marks against him. But this trainer gets plus 51% ROI. That means he's getting some prices out there, right? This horse is 5 to 1. I think you're going to probably stay right around 5, 4 to 1. I don't think you're just going to, lose it. This horse has just finished second against National Treasure, Hoist the Goat. He was a second against that horse. Yeah, he did run into the Breeders' Cup monster, White Barrio. But this horse, yeah, I kind of like this horse a lot, but too many question marks for me. For me, it's going to be more on the exotics. But today, not today, I don't think it's going to win. But future, got to look out for this horse. And the 8. Another one with some speed in here. Dan Blacker is a trainer. He does pretty good with the horses. He gets. Don't look at these numbers right now. Those are not what he is as a trainer. He's much better than those numbers. So this horse is 95, 97, and 106 when it comes to pace. This horse needs to pick it up a lot to keep up with these horses. We got a racing lens angle here, up close, drop back evenly at a mile. So this horse is cutting back in distance. This is the plus for this horse, in my opinion. When you cut back from mile 16 to 7 furlongs, that is a perfect drop back. Perfect. Can this horse win? I don't think so. I think this horse needs to improve a little bit more. But this horse does have some talent for maybe smaller stakes or higher allowance races. But for me, not today. Okay? All right, there you have that. Now we're going to go to the race lens, how they project this race, how they see it, the race, coming out. And here we go. And race 9. All right, they see the 4, 6, 8 out in front. I can see that. Yeah. Chosen shitting about third. I see that. The Chosen Vron. Yeah. Doesn't need the lead. Remember, doesn't need it. Remember, this horse keeps on getting faster. Every step they take gets faster. Midway, 4, 6. The 4 still out in front. 4 is a speed horse, definitely. I don't see this 4 hanging on because if it was 6 furlongs, we might have a different story here. But this is 7 furlongs. I see the 6 winning. They see the 7 coming from basically out of the clouds, which that's where I think it will come from too. Pretty much out of the clouds. I don't know if we're going to have that much pace set up. I personally see it as 6. What did I say? I got it here 6, 5, 4, and then I got the 7. So I think the 6. I think this race is setting up for the 6 for its 7th win straight. This horse has done nothing wrong. I think it's the horse to beat. You want to look at these odds. They're saying that the 7 should be 4 to 5. And the odds are 5 to 1. So if you're that type of player, you're getting value if it goes off of 5 to 1. I think you're getting value if it goes off of 3 to 1 personally too. But after that, I wouldn't get much value out of that. I think the 6, which is 3 to 5, they say it should be 5 to 2. I think we're going to get very close to 3 to 5. I think it's worth it. I think that's the horse to beat. Come and beat him. That's how I see it. Now, 4 weeks in a row, I've came 4 out of 5 on my pick 4 of 5s. That's not good because I didn't win. I mean, I made some money throughout the day. Yeah, betting our bets and checking it on and do some exactas and stuff like that. But you got to hit the pick 5, and I'm due, And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I have for the pick 5 at Del Mar. And here we go. It starts in the 6th race. In the 6th race, I'm going to take 4 horses. I'm taking the 3, 5, 1, 2. That's the order I see that race. That's a pretty tight race. Any one of those horses I think can win. In the 7th, we didn't cover that race either, but the 7th, I'm taking the 8, 4, 2, 11. That's actually my picks, and I'm also tossing in the 9. Okay. I'm going to do a trifecta in that race. I'm going to do an 8-4 on top of the 8-4-2 11, and I'm doing 8-4, 2, 11, 9. But remember, so my legs are 3, 5, 1, 2, 8, 4, 2, 11, 9. And then in the 8th race, I'm taking the 1, 5, 6, 7. That's how I see that order. I'm also doing a $10 exacta box in that race, the 1 and 5. And then I'm doing a $5 daily double, the 1, 5, 6 over the 6. Okay. So in the 9th race, there's my single. Like I said, I believe in you need to have, if you're playing cards, you should have a single. Got to have something you believe in. And I believe in that 6 in the 9th race. So I'm singling the Chosen Vron. And then in the 10th race, which is a maiden race, I'm going 7, 6, 10, 4, 2. I'm going with 5 horses there. But 7, 6, 10, 4 is my picks. I'm doing a try with the 7, 6 over the 7, 6, 10, 4, 2. And same thing in the 3rd spot, 7, 6, 4, 2. I'm doing a $10 exacta box with the 7, 6. So that's my pick 5 there at Del Mar, the Pat O Brien Stakes. And I hope everyone gets to go there and cashes in big at Del Mar. I'm due. This will be the 5th time in a row. So let's see what I could do. Once again, at the Travers, I do like Sierra Leone a lot. I'm actually going to be playing a pick 5 there at Saratoga also. If you got any questions about that, even send me an email. I'll tell you what I'm playing. I'm not scared. I mean, money's money, right? We all should win together. So until next time, everybody, I'll see you guys all in the winner's circle. Until then, see ya.
Solomini, a top 10 first crop sire in 2023, standing at McMahon of Saratoga. 14 first crop winners, including My Shady Lady, winner of the $500,000 New York Stallion Series 5th Avenue Stakes, Grade 2 winner, Winstock, and Stakes winner, Solo Shot. Solomini, the 7th leading freshman sire and the only top 10 freshman sire with a Grade 1 or Grade 2 winner. He sired a $700,000 2-year-old at the OBS April sale. His juveniles sold for nearly 6 figures on average, more than 12 times the stud fee. Solomini, a controversial DQ from being a Grade 1 winner by 2-time Horse of the Year Curlin, standing at McMahon of Saratoga Thoroughbreds.
Nobody does it better.